The CyberWise Guide to Twitter. If your initial reaction to Twitter is that it's for the birds, then you probably haven't gotten to know this powerful tool for learning. What makes Twitter so powerful is that you have full control over who or what you follow. For example, say you want to keep up with Charlie Sheen's latest antics, then that's what Twitter will deliver. However, if you're more interested in using Twitter for learning, then it can be a rich source of connections, ideas, and leads. Here's how. Say you're a parent or educator interested in education. Well, the best way to start using Twitter to stay on top of this topic is to follow thought leaders on the subject. There are literally hundreds of them tweeting and sharing information about educational news and trends every minute. Is Twitter sounding better already? Then here's how to make it work. First of all, Twitter is a free social media application available on the internet. It's super easy to sign up for Twitter. All that's required is your name and email address. Once you sign up, you decide on a username. This is what everyone on Twitter will know you by, so it's a good idea to choose a short name that won't embarrass you in 10 years. Once you're registered with Twitter, you can send messages of up to 140 characters instantly to everyone who follows you. Messages must be brief, to the point, and can include links that Twitter shortens for you. Clicking on these links takes you to the wealth of information that makes Twitter so powerful. You start out on Twitter by deciding whom to follow. Here's a tip. Follow people you'd like to receive information from. One way to find these people is to use the Twitter search and type in the keywords you're looking for. Another way is to get recommendations. We provide a list of some of the best educational tweeters in the guide that accompanies this video. Once you start out following the right people, Twitter becomes a veritable wealth of knowledge, serving up a constant stream of customized information to you every second. You don't have to access all of it. That would be crazy, right? Just dip in when you have time and select the tidbits that sound the most enticing. And don't worry about missing something good. The really important stuff gets retweeted again and again. That's the power of Twitter. You select a personal team of experts who sift through a world of news and send it directly to you. There are 3 ways to communicate on Twitter. Number 1, you can send a message to all of your followers. Don't worry, once you start tweeting valuable information, people will want to follow you. Number 2, you can use this symbol to send a message directed at one individual or to refer to that individual. That tweet then gets seen by all of your followers and all of their followers. Or you can send a private direct message to someone by clicking on the message link on their profile. Twitter also has a feature called the hashtag. A hashtag lets you track conversations. In other words, adding this in front of a search term gathers all references to that term. For example, here's a hashtag we like to follow. Another powerful Twitter feature is the retweet. This is when you share the tweet of one user with all of your Twitter followers. Think of it as the modern-day equivalent of the CC. For example, if you happen to follow someone who posts a link to a story that you feel should be shared, you can retweet it. And here's another tip. It's considered rude to take someone else's tweet and send it back out as your own. Give credit for a tweet where credit is due. You will more than likely be thanked for the retweet, and you may even gain a few followers at the same time. So why is Twitter so great for learning? Well, in Teacher Talk, it's an effective and efficient way to expand your PLN and surround yourself with a network of educators who are engaging in ongoing conversations about teaching and learning right now. And if you're a parent, you can join discussions related to your interests and have a steady stream of resources available to you whenever, wherever, and however. Besides, it's a great way to get to know this 21st century tool that your kids might just be all aflutter about. And speaking about kids, there are some innovative educators out there who have already learned how to use Twitter in the classroom. So we've gathered their tips, stories, and lesson ideas for you in the CyberWise Guide to Twitter. Twitter might seem confusing when you first start using it. We thought so too. But stick with it a while and soon you'll become familiar with its secret language. Our guide includes all kinds of resources like this one to help you get started. So after all this, if you're still not convinced that Twitter is a terrific way to tap into the wisdom of the crowd, perhaps these people will convince you.
People can exchange ideas and information instantaneously. Countries and cultures are brought together like never before.
I use Twitter to learn about and share what people are doing to make the world a better place.
I want to listen to the American people, so so I follow thousands.
I use Twitter to keep in touch.
Really? I use Twitter to listen.